and welcome to my channel. My name's Nicole and here on We My Man I do lots of motherhood, lifestyle, cleaning and organisational videos. So if you like that kind of content, I would love it if you could stick around and maybe consider subscribing. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be my little girl's 3-month update. My little girl is called Nina. She is over there. She's just nodded off to sleep. I've had to swaddle her, which I haven't really done in a while, but she just would not settle. So yeah, she's over there, fast asleep. There are 21 months between my oldest little boy Didier, who is 2 in January 2021, and of course Nina is 3 months old. She was actually 3 months old 3 days ago, so this is the first chance I got to film. I hope this filming setup is okay. I'm actually filming on a brand new camera instead of my phone, so I really hope the quality is a bit better than my phone, but at the same time this camera has not got a flip screen, so I can't see myself, so fingers crossed that this is actually working out. But yeah, enough about that, I'll just get straight into the video about Nina. So yeah, Nina is doing really well. I haven't got any concerns about her like development or health-wise. I've not had her weighed in a while, but I know that she's definitely putting on lots of weight. She's definitely got those chubby cheeks and those beautiful little chubby thigh rolls, you know, that every baby has. So, which was, you know, in the very beginning she was only 5 pounds, so she just had like scrawny little chicken legs. But now, you know, now she's really got some really chunky baby legs, which I just love squeezing. Just like her brother, and probably just like me, she's got really chubby cheeks. She is now wearing 0 to 3. She was basically put in Tiny Baby when she just didn't really fit in anything because she was so scrawny. Now she's in 0 to 3 months. I think she's very long, so they do fit her. Like, so you can still do the poppers up, but you can see that it's really like stretching out a bit. And one of the sweetest things is that she's now starting to fit in my little boy's clothes for his hand-me-downs. We had a surprise with both babies. We didn't know what gender we were having, so we just went for lots of neutrals, lots of yellows. So she's now starting to fit into those clothes. My little boy was 6 pounds, so it's taken her a while to get into his baby clothes. But yeah, now we just have a bit of like a little moment because we're like, oh, your brother used to wear that. So it's really nice to see that they're being like recycled. The hair is really started to grow. It's getting a little bit thicker around the side. Again, there's still not that much growing on top, but she still is getting those little like baby tufts on top. They're definitely brown. She's not got much cradle cap, you know, where the scalp gets all like flaky, but she has got a tiny little touch of it like right on her hairline at the front. So her head is absolutely fine. But yeah, she's just a little bit flaky on the top. My little boy didn't have any cradle cap, and whatever I try and put on top of it, I try to go a bit natural, just put a little bit of coconut oil on it just to see what it'll do, but so far nothing's kind of shifting it, so I'm just leaving it for now. I don't really know much about it, so I don't really want to mess with it too much. She has got beautiful big blue eyes. They're definitely a little bit darker than my little boy, and he had really light bright blue eyes, whereas when I kind of look at hers, they are a little bit darker, a bit like a more navy kind of colour. Obviously I think that might change, but I just don't really remember that with my little boy. I've got blue eyes and my husband's got green eyes. Both babies are definitely following in my footsteps. So yeah, she's definitely a very happy baby. She is slowly starting to enjoy her Playmat, like a play gym, and her little like activity chair. In the very early days I could not get her down into any of these. If I needed to do something like look after my little boy, cook food, go for a wee, if I tried to put her down in these things, she would just have a full-blown meltdown, which resulted in me baby wearing her. Now she's doing pretty good. I'm making sure that she's having at least 10 minutes in it a day. That started about a few weeks ago, so just building it up every day, making her go in them. Now she pretty much loves the chair. She will sit in that for long periods, but we're still working on the Playmat. She's not too bad, like she doesn't dislike it, but she just doesn't like to be on her back for like long periods of time, unless she's napping, obviously. But if I put her down like in the Moses basket and she's not tired, or if I put her down, yeah, on this Playmat, she literally, maybe not even 5 minutes, she's like, get me up, I want to go. But yeah, she's definitely changing. She doesn't want to be held as much as before, which is just completely different, opposite to my little boy. You know, he was in the chair and his Playmat for day 1. He loved absolutely love both of them. When she is on a Playmat, we do give her toys, but she's just not kind of that interested in them. I've got a little like matchstick monkey and she just likes to grip onto that, but like I've got a few different Lamar's toys that were all my little boys, and she's not that fussed on them yet. My little boy was exactly the same until he was actually sitting up and he could like pick things up and chew them. He didn't really show that much interest in them either. Like, doesn't matter if you squeak them, rattle them, like, you know, like the crunchy wings on butterflies and like the bees. Yeah, when he was this age, like 3 months, my little boy had no interest, and she's kind of going the same way. She's not showing that much interest either. As I mentioned before, she is a very happy baby. She is so smiley. If she can hear like my voice, my little boy's voice, my husband's voice, she's instantly just like lights up and she starts like getting really excited. A little tongue will start wagging, going in and out, and her arms and her legs start moving. It's so sweet to watch. She particularly loves when my husband and my little boy like play fight, like when they roll around on the floor and they're just like wrestling and making me on edge. She just starts babbling and squeaking and shouting. She'll be in like her little chair to the side and she will really start just kicking off, because it definitely sounds like she wants to join in. And I remember when I was pregnant, the same thing happened then. If my little boy was like giggling and screaming, laughing, because my husband was tickling him, she would be going crazy in my stomach, like punching and kicking. So she definitely wants to join in. I think she's definitely going to be ready for some rough and tumble play. It's just so lovely to watch her when she just lights up. She really loves to coo and like talk back to you, especially when you're singing or you get up close and you start talking to her. She loves to chat away. She gets really high pitched and squeal. It's so lovely. She is very much like me. She really likes a routine. She really loves the bath. She adores her bath time. She gets really happy when she's in there. She just likes to push herself off of the side of the bath until like she hits her head on the other side of the bath. She loves being in the water. You can just tell that when like she loves being in that warm water. She's also really started to like tip her head to the side now, so it gets in her eyes, gets in her mouth. She really loves a bath, to the point where she won't settle for the night unless she has one. The other day, it's happened like quite a few times now, but the other day my little boy, he'd already had 2 baths, so when it came to the evening we were just like, right, let's just hose him down with a quick shower. So my husband did that and then got him ready for bed. And I just thought, oh, you know, just give her a quick wipe down, put her in a onesie and a new nappy, and it took her so long to settle down. I think she really does need that kind of routine to signal that, you know, she's having a nice hot warm bath, having a feed, and going to bed. At night she sleeps in the snooze pod. This is my side of the bed, and this is like her little bedside nursery at the moment. I have done a little tour of that, so I'll link that down below. But this is where she sleeps at night time with me. In the daytime she does sleep in her Moses basket. We actually don't have a nursery set up for her yet because we haven't actually given her her own room yet, and we're not entirely sure what's going to be going on with that situation. We're just playing it day by day. But I do try and get her to sleep up here during the day and also in her Moses basket. She is still breastfed. We're doing really well. 3 months of breastfeeding. I'm really, really happy with this, as I mentioned in my last updates, but my little boy only breastfed for 2 weeks. We have both taken to it really well this time around. She has had the occasional bottle where I will sometimes express milk with my hacker, but then we just put that into a bottle throughout the day and then my husband will feed her. But she's had no problem actually taking the bottle, and as soon as she gets teeth I'm definitely going to be swapping to formula. Recently she has really been chewing on her hands. I wasn't quite sure if she was like starting to teeth or, you know, if they were just moving around in her gums, but she obviously, I know that when babies are hungry they do start to chew their hands, but sometimes she'll fall asleep on like the breast, and you can tell that she's had like a good intake of milk, but sometimes afterwards she will still sit there and chew her hands. So I was getting a bit concerned, like, is she still hungry? But I think, I'm not entirely sure if it is her teeth just moving around. She has definitely started to really take to chewing on her fists, but I have noticed that she's not drooling. She doesn't really drool that much. My little boy didn't either. She does sleep really well. We kind of put her down at around 7:30 with my little boy, and she will then wake up at around 11:30. Again, she will wake up at around 3 o'clock, 3:30, and then again at around 6 o'clock. And then she'll have like another like quick snooze, and then we're up and feeding her again at 8 o'clock. So in my eyes, I feel that's quite good. I think it is just easier as I am breastfeeding because I literally just pick her out of the snooze pod, place her next to me, lie her down and breastfeed. I set a timer on my watch for 10 minutes just in case I do fall asleep because I'm really scared of co-sleeping. And once my timer like vibrates and wakes me up, you know, within 10 minutes I put her back into the snooze pod. And that's just kind of what's working for me at the moment. But yeah, throughout the night she has no trouble going back to sleep. Sometimes throughout the night you can just, she doesn't cry, but she will get a bit restless and you can tell that she's just having trouble settling back down. In the beginning I really started to swaddle her with these kind of swaddle sacks. But the other thing that really works for us is these dummies. These are the MAM dummies and I think they are, you know, for like tiny babies. I just really hate that it's like a neon green. This is a really small like teat. I have got some age appropriate ones for her now, but she won't take to those. She has got like quite a small mouth. So I think these just work for her. So if they work, I'm not gonna fix it. So yeah, we just stick into these at the moment. Physically, she is so strong. I've mentioned before, even in the early days, she was lifting her head up off of like my chest. If you kind of like put her to your shoulder, she would throw her head back and you have to like hold on to her because she would just swing around. She's very, very strong, had a very strong neck. And also she has very strong legs. She loves to be standing upright. So if I hold her, she gets really rigid and she likes to like move her legs about. She's got really strong legs. We also try to do tummy time. She's not the biggest fan, but when she does lie down, she does lift her head up. We do try and do this for about 5 minutes, unless she starts squeaking and getting mad at us, which is really funny because yeah, she is a happy little girl. Like I mentioned before, if she's lying down in a Moses basket or if she doesn't want to be doing something, she will let you know. She doesn't really get upset, but she will really like cry. She will really start shouting. She gets like really frowny and she will just start really high-pitched squeaking and shouting. It's so funny. I mean, I shouldn't laugh, but I've just never seen a baby do that and she gets really frustrated, like, ah!
What's wrong? Oh, are you not happy? Oh, what is this face? Oh, what is this face for? Oh, are you going to be Daddy's breakfast? No? You don't want to be Daddy's breakfast? Daddy's going to hit you if you keep screaming. Oh, yes. What do you mean no? What do you mean no? What do you mean? Oh, you're so tasty.
As for me, I am really well. My C-section scar is healing really well. I have noticed recently that if I do put a product near it, it does get a bit, I don't know, like itchy, tight. I'm not quite sure how to describe it, but I've been using some Dr. Palmer's cocoa butter for like stretch marks. I'm definitely getting a few more of those on my tummy. So I think I had it in like a gift hamper when she was born, so I've been spreading that all over my belly. And I've just noticed that when I do use it, sometimes if it does go over my scar, afterwards it does feel a bit funny, irritated, but at the same time it does feel a little bit itchy, or you can just feel like you know that there's product on the scar. The other day I also did it with a bit of coconut oil, and yeah, I could just feel that it just didn't feel quite right, so I'm going to try and avoid doing that. The only kind of bad experience I've had about the scar and products was I've had a bit of a bad back recently, so I've been having some like hot salty baths using some Epsom salts, and I've had one 2 days in a row now this week, and I've just noticed that that has made my scar feel quite irritated, so maybe I need to stop doing that. I have also still got a bit of a belly. I've mentioned before that I'm just not that fussed on weight loss and things like that. It's never been like a goal of mine to get back to like pre-baby weight. I've always had a bit of a belly anyway. I'm not one to get on the scales and weigh myself. That just does not matter to me. As long as I'm healthy, that's what's important to me. But yeah, I still do have like a little baby belly bump, but I have tried to do a little bit of workouts every now and then. So I've just found like postnatal workout, like postnatal full body workouts that that are suitable for a C-section, and also postnatal yoga, also suitable for after C-section. I've just found those on YouTube, so I've just been trying to do that whenever I can. I did have a goal for Monday, Wednesday and Friday mornings to just try and get up, put like my gear on and just go back downstairs and do that. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes it will, sometimes I just forget. But I do try and make sure that I'm getting out every single day to have a walk, especially with lockdown. So I just make sure that I am walking to my park every day. And my other thing is that I'm just filling up all my rings. So that's a really good motivator. I am still hungry all the time. I think, again, this is due to breastfeeding. And another thing that's happened, which I don't think I mentioned in my last video, I'm just so thirsty all the time. And I didn't quite link it to breastfeeding. Of course, I'm always trying to stay hydrated, always got my bottle near me, but I just noticed that my mouth just goes really dry all of a sudden, and it just gets really horrible. So I just need to make sure that I'm really taking in all that water as much as I can. But yeah, that is everything for this video. Little one is starting to wake up, so I'll leave it here for now. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, I'd really love it if you could give it a thumbs up, and please leave any comments down below. I love reading and commenting back, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Yeah, I think we're ready for a booby. Am I not paying you enough attention? Naughty mama. Oh.
A gente estaria se nada estivesse acabado.